4, 4. Okay. I didn't sleep well last night. 3, 2, 1. Hey, this is Robert Ferguson. Thank you for being here. I hope you're catching it live. If it's not the live, you're catching a replay. And I just want to let you know up front that I am so frustrated. I am so upset. I am really upset. Now, that's my opening. I apologize. I didn't even introduce myself. My name is Robert Ferguson. I'm a nutritionist who cares. I have been in this game for a long time, since 1995. I created a evidence-based, clinically proven program called the Diet Free Life Methodology. I work with some amazing people who are coaches, and we're getting ready to launch our ambassador program for people who aren't coaches, because we got to get into this, we got to get into this heavy. Seriously. So the conversation I'm going to share right now, I'm going to say up front, I don't want to offend. I don't mean to offend any physicians. I really don't. But we're going to keep it real. I mean, I always keep it real, but I may say some things that could cause some physicians to be upset. And that's because of what is going on in the world of health as it pertains to our kids. Now, it's one thing if adults want to just stay in the dark, put their head in the mud, and just not even care about themselves or procrastinate about themselves. But now we're talking about kids. We're talking about kids. The obesity rates are at the highest. Kids overweight is at the highest. And the future is not looking good. We know this. We've known this for years. In the last, 2 decades, obesity among kids have gone up 20%. We are over 40% with obesity with adults. Over 70% of adults are either obese, and if they're not obese, they're overweight. And where we're headed, it is not getting better. Let's get real. Okay, I'm Robert Ferguson. Thank you for being here. If you are new to the message, please stick with me and do me a favor and share. And if you care, you want to be involved, we have a way for you to be involved. You could become a coach. We need coaches. I got a phone call today. Companies are looking for coaches, and they want coaches that teach our Diet Free Life methodology. So the business opportunity is great, and it's about to get bigger, because we are the only ones that have a methodology that is proven like this. This evidence-based is proven. And we've done the work with third and fourth parties. They want it because there's nothing else out there. And we meet people where they are, and we show them how to make it work, no matter if you got money or you don't have money. We can show you how to make it work. Okay, all of that being said, go to our YouTube page. Please click, like, subscribe, hit the bell, so whenever we upload something, you will be notified, because it's about to get serious. I mean, literally, last night, I woke up this morning, I was like, oh my God, like my eyes were red. I felt like I aged 20 years because of what is going on with this world we live in. If you didn't know this, hear me on this. The American Academy of Pediatrics has just come out, and they are okay with the 6-year-old being put on weight loss medication. All kids. They are okay with kids getting bariatric surgery, sleeves, gastric bypass. Let's staple the kid's stomach because they're overweight. And this is where it really bothers me. And before I go there, because I'm going to lose it here in a second, in a good way. I was just talking to one of my clients, Christine. Christine, I want to give you a shout out. She inspired me. One, I was happy because she was able to turn things around after the holidays, and she's headed in the right direction. So kudos to you, Christine. Boom, way to make it happen. I'm so proud of you. But in our conversation, she could feel my tension, not in a bad way, but she could feel that I was really upset about this. And I am. My publicists were sending out letters. We're reaching out to companies. We are on a mission. They are trying to put our kids on medications, you guys, because they don't believe, number one, that we can turn things around as parents and guardians. Number two, they get to make more money. This is outrageous. Parents, why aren't we standing up and getting upset about this? And if you're taking care of you, then I'm good. Because there's a lot of parents who aren't aware of this reality. When a kid is obese, they're set up to have the struggle. But the struggle is even bigger when the parent is obese or overweight. Because the kid, based on all the data, is 40% likely to be overweight or obese as an adult if one parent is that. If two parents is that, 80% likelihood that kid will be overweight or obese as an adult. We all know this is true because many of us who are battling, our parents battled, or they introduced it to us, or they made comments. Well, if you think it's bad for us adults today, if you have a kid and you're not doing anything about your own health and your own weight, wake up. Seriously, wake up. And I'm not just saying that because my goal is not to be mean. I literally share because I care. The reality is there is a way to turn this around. And how do I know that? Well, one, I've been helping people do it for years. I've watched a lot of parents, some of my clients, they're taking control of their health. So kudos to all of you who are my clients, who have bought books, who are really embracing the Diet-Free Life. If you're in our Diet-Free Life group, kudos to you because you're doing something about it. There's a lot of parents that are just jumping around, going from one diet to another, and kids don't do what we tell them to do, right? Because I remember back in the day, and if you remember this comment, I remember parents had a philosophy when I was growing up that said, do as I say and not as I do, right? How has that worked out for us? It has not worked out for us. These doctors are setting us up for catastrophe. Now, there's two things I want to be clear on, because as you're watching me share this information, you're probably thinking, well, not me, because you're educated. Think about when you're in that office with that doctor, how confident the average physician comes across. And let's say that you're not educated and you go in there with your kid, and the kid obviously is showing all the signs that they're going to battle with their weight. And the parent is like, I've done everything I can and it's not working. And now the doctor, who's a physician, he's got the white coat on, he or she or whatever says, I'm going to recommend that we put your child on this drug, Wegovy, or whatever the weight loss drug is going to be. And let's say Medicaid or your insurance will cover it because it's a kid. That physician is going to come across with such confidence that parent who don't know any better, they care about their kid. I care about my kids. What are you going to do? You're going to listen to that doctor. That doctor is going to push you in a direction to do what innately you know inside of you is not to your best interest. That's going to start happening big time. They've been pushing for this for years, and now they got it. It's all approved. 6-year-old kids, yeah, they're going to lose weight. But what is the long-term concerns that come with these weight loss medications? Wegovy's a popular one. I was on Newsmax talking about this a little over a year ago, almost 2 years ago. A lot of celebrities are talking about it. You go on TikTok, they're talking about it. They're using it. They're saying, hey, I'm down 30 pounds. I'm down 40 pounds. I'm down 50 pounds. People like to follow. They don't even know how the drug works. They don't even really talk about the side effects. If you have heard this word or term called the gut microbiome, inside of your intestines, your gut microbiome, they are manipulating these peptides. There's one in particular, and there's one that we talk about, but the one that they manipulate is glucagon-like peptide. And this peptide plays a huge role in the signaling that takes place inside your gut and how it forces or triggers insulin, a hormone, to be secreted. And it manipulates other things. We don't know. It hasn't been, they haven't followed people for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. If you are disrupting the gut, you are playing with fire. You are playing with fire. When 70% of your immune system is your gut microbiome, now you're taking a drug that may help you lose weight, and it manipulates things. And when it manipulates things, it tells your body, hey, chill out. We got this. And then your body relaxes. And if you ever get off the drug, it no longer knows what to do. And there's going to be a whole bunch of other problems that are going to come. Serotonin. I want to feel good, right? You hear of people who are taking depression medication? Okay. Serotonin reuptake inhibitor. Well, your gut microbiome produces over 90% of the serotonin naturally. And when the gut is disrupted, your ability to feel good is disrupted. Think about what I'm saying. Why is it right now that more people than ever we're hearing be reported have mental health issues and nobody's talking about this? Well, that's not true. There are people talking about it. I'm talking about it. I know some gastroenterologists that talk about it. Dr. Sabine Hazan, who I think will win the Nobel Peace Prize one day, she's talking about it every day. And really helping people understand it from a scientific, you can't even argue what she's saying. It's the real deal, but yet you don't see it on the news. It's not being reported. It's not being encouraged. But instead, let's just put the kids on meds. You know what? Let's take them in and get bariatric surgery when there's a solution. So when I said we're evidence-based, clinically proven, the very first trial we were a part of was with Aetna Better Health of Missouri. Aetna Insurance, $100+ billion company. We went there to reverse childhood obesity with the diet-free life methodology. We had almost 4,000 people participate who were parents and guardians, because our hypothesis was if you can get the parents healthier, parents and guardians healthier, vicariously you will see improvements with the kids. We did it and it worked. You can't argue this. Weight Watchers didn't do it. Jenny Craig didn't do it. Nutrisystem didn't do it. Food delivery didn't do it. Education did it. Our prescription was to educate and teach. And as a result of teaching, people felt empowered. They were like, they rocked. And the kids were better off. Now you may say, okay, well, I have kids. I have 2 daughters. Now, if they watch TikTok, even though they're both really lean and fit and healthy, they would think, I need to lose weight, because that's the culture that we live in. Everybody's constantly looking at other people, but that's not likely to happen. Their mom was a partner of mine at one point, and she continues to live a healthy lifestyle. I continue to live a healthy lifestyle. We promote a healthy lifestyle. We understand what diet-free life is. Our kids have been raised with that. They eat real food. They get it. My kids are drinking water nonstop because that was part of the habits that were created. Now, again, this is not to make anybody feel bad. Let's say that you're overweight. Let's say that you're obese. Let's say that you have some health issues. Okay, your kids are watching. When you tackle it, you can reverse it. And I'll give you an example, a personal example. The personal example is this. When I was a kid, my mom battled with her weight nonstop. I watched her gain 100 pounds, and I saw how sad she was. I watched her lose 100 pounds, and I saw how happy she was. And I saw her do this repeatedly. But one thing I can't get out of my mind, I actually thought about it last night before I went to sleep. And that is when my mom, who was well over 200 pounds, I'm going to say over 250 pounds. She may not like me saying that, but I remember her entering a 5K with her work. She worked for General Motors. And I remember being there when the race started, and I watched as one person after another completed. and there was like a hill that was like you could see out far, but then it was like a hill, so you had to come up this hill. So it wasn't an easy 5K, but my mom trained for it. And here she comes. Here she comes. And a lot of people stayed behind waiting until the very last person made it past that finish line. And there was my mom, all alone, staying the course. And she did it. And I remember, I'm a little kid. I'm a little kid. I just saw people. She's the last one. She finished. She got. They gave her a trophy. Big Brenda. I mean, I'm not insulting my own mom, but Big Brenda. That's her name. I'm sure there were some people going, Big Brenda, come on in. Big Brenda, come on in. And she completed it. So why do I share? I share that because it inspired me. If I start something, I don't stop. She was a great demonstration of that. She was a person who never gave up. She stayed the course. And if you've ever been a client or you know any of my work, I'm always saying stay the course. I'm always saying don't give up. And that's what kills me sometimes when I'm coaching clients. They just give up. They just get tired of letting themselves down. I mean, I don't know why, but that's part of what makes you great, because we all are great. Don't give up. Because when you don't give up, like I'm thinking of a few of my clients, I'm not going to mention them by name, but they're down 50, 60, 70, 80, over 100 pounds. I have one client, and you know who you are, and I know you're probably listening because you're amazing and you're always supportive and you listen in. She likes to listen in for motivation, for tips and all that. And I'm going to say her name starts with an S. And her kids watch her battle as a kid as a young mom growing up. There's a lot of things that she wasn't able to do. Now her kids are older. And what I remind her of, or what I share with her, is I say, hey, they're still watching. And she's down 100 pounds right now. And she's very close to getting to her goal. And being her coach, I'm constantly saying, no, we got this. And it hasn't been easy, but everybody's watching. And she may have a 40-year-old son, a 40-year-old daughter, and they're still going to be inspired. And then they can even be more inspired because she's not going to gain the weight back. And she's not going to give up. And I know my kids are watching. We parents, okay, here's my message. I'm about done here. My message is this. We parents must be the demonstration. Kids, from a psychological standpoint, kids don't do what we tell them necessarily. They end up doing mostly what they see, what is demonstrated. We're all leaders. We all have it in us. So as you improve your health, hey, you got this. Now, a few quick announcements. We have a challenge coming up. Next week, I'm going to do a whole orientation. I'm going to show you what this challenge looks like. It's different from any of our other 8-week fat loss challenges. I mean, the methodology is taught, but each week throughout the entire challenge, you get a new challenge. And it's fun, and you learn. It's going to be cool. I mean, I'm pumped about it. Now, it'll always be there, but it's something exciting about starting together. So the official start date is January 30th. It's a Monday. So we have between now and, a couple weeks to get signed up, get registered, and then let's go. Let's go. And I want to encourage you to encourage others. Now, before you encourage others, I'm letting you know right now, we're relaunching our ambassador program that we haven't had since before the pandemic. The ambassador program is a way for you to be a brand ambassador and to tell people about what you're doing. So let's say that you go and you tell 10 people, and I give you a link that you can share with them. Then we're going to compensate you for helping us get the word out. And we're not charging a lot of money. I mean, we put a lot of money into this, but we're not charging a lot of money. The goal is to build a tribe, is to get more people. And then I have coaches there and ready. They are eager to work with you. So if you want to coach, it could be me possibly, It could be other coaches. I will connect you with a coach, especially if I know you or we email or you talk to my assistant, Lori. We will find someone that will fit with you. And we will make it where it's affordable. But that's down the road. Let's do the challenge. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's do this. We got to get the word out. Otherwise, our kids, man, I mean, they need to repel that. This is ridiculous. I couldn't even imagine my 6-year-old getting gastric bypass. Are you kidding me? And this has been approved. And a lot of you are like, well, they're physicians. Okay. What does that mean? What does that really mean? The average physician they don't know much about nutrition. I've never met a physician that knows more about nutrition than I. Never. And I've never met a physician who has 2 evidence-based clinical proven outcomes that deals with weight loss and improving overall health. Never. And I've met a whole bunch of them. I've been on a whole bunch of boards. I've never met them. Not one time. Now, that doesn't mean that there's someone out there that I mean, there's probably someone, but I just have not met them since 1995. Now, I've helped 23 physicians lose over 100 pounds. And that means there's probably, 500 plus that I've helped lose weight, not over 100 pounds, but 23, I know that because 100 pounds, that's a big deal. And the biggest weight loss we had with one of our physicians was 165 pounds. Don't put your eggs in the basket thinking that the physician is going to help you. That's not their job. And then when you go and you meet with your average nutritionist and registered dietitian, they're just sharing with you or regurgitating what they've been indoctrinated to regurgitate. Not all, because I've met some that really got their stuff together. I have some of them that actually have become coaches with us. So anyway, there's some links. You can reach out to us. I haven't made any big announcements on the ambassador program, but if you want to take advantage of it and be early, just email Lori at dietfreelife.com. And if you know me, text me or email me, and I'll show you how this all works. But next week, we will be doing a orientation, a presentation. It'll be on the site. Like when you go to sign up for the 8-week challenge, it'll live there. So you just send people there, and they'll be able to watch me inside of 20 minutes, explain the challenge, show them the science behind what we're doing, why this is uniquely different, and how they can reclaim their health. Reclaim their health. And you grandmas, I know you like to buy your kids or grandkids candy. You want to treat, and I get that. I've bought my kids candy, but I also have seen how they are developing into these young women, and they don't just eat candy. That's not what they're craving, right? Because we were aware of that. You want to create habits that last. It's not about losing weight when you're young like that. It's about creating habits. And that doesn't mean that I can't have a blow pop if I want, or I love caramel apples. I'm going to eat a caramel apple probably once, maybe twice a year. It's going to happen. I may even eat cotton candy, maybe. I mean, I do like chocolate and I really like licorice, but I don't eat it the way I would have eaten it as a kid. I eat it here and there, but the large majority of what I eat and how I live my life is not that kind of stuff. So grandparents, figure out a way, a balance where you can treat them, get them some ice cream and do all that and not just put all the energy into that. We must help them create habits. I love it that my kids prefer water. I could put a soda, I could put juice, I could put, you name it, and I don't got to say anything. And my kids are going to pick up water every once in a while. But at one point, I'll tell you this, my 15-year-old, she wanted to experiment with those energy drinks because she saw other kids doing it when they go to school. And then she woke up one day and was like, I don't want to do that anymore because she connected the energy drink with messing up her skin. whatever is going to take, whatever is needed, necessary to get them to like see the connection between what you're consuming and how it affects your body on the outside as well as the inside. I'm happy about it. But my kids drink water. And I would love to take credit for that 100%. I really can't, because their mom really drinks water. Like, she drinks water. And I didn't drink nowhere near the amount of water that I drink today until I met her. So I picked up or developed habits because when we were married, that's just what was around. And when you're around someone, you're either going to pick up on their habits or they're going to pick up on yours. And I picked up on hers. So I am thankful for that one. Let me tell you. Okay. So anyway, oh, and plus I'm playing with my new little studio because I'm coming to you guys on a regular. But I was just, when I was talking to Christine, I was going, man, I am so frustrated. How can the American Academy of Pediatrics come out and be okay with weight loss surgery and weight loss medications for our babies? I feel for those parents who are going to get talked into it by their physicians. I really do. It kills me on the inside. And for you mama bears who are grandparents, and I know you're in the middle of your own weight loss struggle, don't give up. Show them. I'm telling you, what they see you do will be with them for the rest of their lives. You know, I hear a lot of grandparents talking about how they want to do all these amazing things for their grandkids. Well, Mahatma Gandhi once said, be the change that you want to see in the world. Be the change that you want your grandkids or kids to embrace. I'm not here to make you feel guilty. I'm just saying it's not just about you, but when you make it about you, you automatically are helping other people that you really care about. They may not even compliment you. Your friends at work may not, but I'm telling you, when you walk it out, you will inspire others. The same as people get inspired by these trending diets. They see someone change their outside and they look healthier and they lose this weight. Hey, well, what are you doing? Tell me about it. Instead of like telling them a lie that's only going to take them so far, do the challenge or get with us, learn the Diet Free Life methodology. Okay. And then you own it. You own it. Okay. I'm Robert Ferguson. Again, go to our website. Diet Free Life is the website, but go to our YouTube channel because that's the big goal for 2023 is to really ramp that up so that we can get our message out and we can help a lot of these people that really are looking for an alternative to what these doctors are going to be pushing on them. We got to make some changes. And with the new food pyramid stuff coming out, where they're saying Lucky Charms is healthier than eating an egg that's cooked in butter. I mean, come on. Really? It's like they want us to get sick. They want us to be bad. It's like, what the hell is going on? If you're a type 2 diabetic, I'm going to end on this. There's a growing number of type 2 diabetics. And I have a lot of friends on Facebook and different platforms that are diabetics, and they hear me. I'm like, what the hell are you waiting on? Do you not believe me that we are reversing type 2 diabetes on a regular basis? What are you waiting on? Do you just want to just keep it? You just want to stay on metformin? I mean, is it money? Because you're paying more money buying the meds, and you're going to pay more money with some of the challenges that will come up. What the hell are you waiting on? Seriously. Help us, Lord. Help us. Help us. Reach out to me if you're ready. I'm ready. I'm here to help you. I am. I share because I care. I'm Robert Ferguson. You want to learn more about us, go to any links that you see associated with this video. And make sure that if you go to YouTube that you like, subscribe, hit that bell so that you are notified whenever we share information, because we're about to start sharing a ton of stuff. And I'm taking off the gloves, baby. I'm taking off the gloves. And I'm going to start introducing you to some of our coaches because I got some amazing people in my life. These people really care. They are driven by passion, not profits. Now, we got to make a living. We got to pay for gas and all that, but they're not driven by that. They're driven by passion. They want to make a difference.